Hello and a very warm welcome to Science Monitor, your weekly update on science, technology, research and innovation. I'm Aishwarya Kapoor with you. In today's episode, we will talk about 3-day Kashmir EXPO Startup for Livelihood organized in Srinagar recently. And we'll also tell you about the discovery of antiviral drug molecule against COVID-19 by researchers of Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee. We have lots more news for you, but first, let's begin with the headlines. The 3-day Kashmir EXPO Startups for Livelihood concluded in Srinagar. Organized by Department of Science and Technology and National Innovation Foundation, this event has opened up new possibilities for startups. Indian Biological Data Center at Regional Center for Biotechnologies dedicated to the nation. The country's first national repository set up by the Department of Biotechnology will strengthen the relevant research area. Pilot project SAMEER to combat air pollution in National Capital Region implemented under DRIIV program. The Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor to Government of India and IIT Delhi are working together to fight air pollution. And Indian researchers discovered effective antiviral drug molecules against the coronavirus. Research team from IIT Roorkee got success under DST-funded research. And now the news in detail. The Kashmir EXPO Startups for Livelihood was organized in Srinagar by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, in association with the National Innovation Foundation. This 3-day event from 9th to 11th of November was inaugurated by Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh. Around 50 startups showcased their products in first-of-its-kind event in Jammu and Kashmir. For more information related to the event, here is a Science Monitor report.
The government schemes like Startup India encourage startups to promote the creation of livelihood opportunities in the country. In this series, a 3-day program called the Kashmir EXPO Startups for Livelihood was organized from 9th to 11th of November at Sher-e-Kashmir International Convention Center in Srinagar. Organized jointly by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India and the National Innovation Foundation, the exhibition was inaugurated by the Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh. This was the first of its kind event in Jammu and Kashmir in which about 50 startups participated and displayed their products. The geographical and climatic conditions of Jammu and Kashmir are perfectly conducive for the cultivation of medicinal and aromatic plants. Hence, the potential for agri-tech startups in the Union Territory is also very high. Lavender farming, which gained momentum as the Purple Revolution, has provided many employment opportunities here, and startups associated with this farming are now not only earning well, but also generating employment.
2014 से पहले सिर्फ 50 बायोटेक स्टार्टअप थे हिंदुस्तान में. अभी हमने ही लगाया एक्सपो दिल्ली में प्रगति मैदान में पहली बार. बढ़ करके उसकी तादाद लगभग 6000 हो गई. हमारी बायो इकोनॉमी हिंदुस्तान की सिर्फ $8 बिलियन हुआ करती थी. आज वो बढ़कर के $80 बिलियन. और हमें जो हमारा प्रोजेक्शन है वो ये कहता है कि 150 बिलियन तक हम 2025 तक पहुंच सकते हैं. और ये बायो इकोनॉमी ही हिंदुस्तान की इकोनॉमी में एक नुमाया रोल अदा करने वाली है अगले 25 साल.
The objective of the event was to provide a platform for local startups to showcase their entrepreneurship, skills, and their innovative products and innovations. It was also one place where startups could get information about the support system provided by various departments of the government. During this 3-day event, innovators from the grassroots level got an opportunity to showcase their products. The event saw the participation of more than 600 people daily. This included employees associated with various government departments, entrepreneurs, and students.
When we look at the startup ecosystem, it is just not that the startups have to be from big IITs or big cities, but we realize that the innovation can happen from any corner of the country. So DST has been working very closely with Jammu and Kashmir, Northeast and other states where we need special handholding. And then we are so excited that Kashmir has really stood tall in the startup ecosystem. We are so happy that the young kids, the kind of startups who displayed there, are willing to really create employment for the country, product for the country and make global. So certainly this is a great honor for DST to be part of this mega event.
उम्मीद करते हैं कि आने वाले साल के अंदर हम नए बहुत सारे स्टार्टअप्स को देखेंगे और ये पाएंगे कि ये साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के बदौलत यहाँ पे एक नया रेवोल्यूशन स्टार्ट होगा.
Startups have the potential to create a system that can eliminate the need for job searching, as they create jobs for the country's talented youth. Thanks to the backing and encouragement of the Government of India, there has been rapid growth in the startup ecosystem in India over the last few years, and the country now boasts 100 unicorns. Kashmir Startup EXPO aims to foster more young talent and transform local resources into startups with science and technology intervention. The government's efforts seem to have been successful to a large extent in the endeavour.
Recently, Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh dedicated Indian Biological Data Centre to the nation at the Regional Centre for Biotechnology Faridabad, an autonomous institute of the Department of Biotechnology. It is India's first national repository to collect over 2 billion bases obtained from various research laboratories. This data center will provide real-time SARS-CoV-2 variant monitoring service, including data submission, data access, and data analysis. Here is a Science Monitor report.
Data is of paramount importance in the field of science and technology. The role of the database increases further in view of the current challenges and future requirements of pandemics like COVID-19. In view of this, it has been made mandatory to submit all life sciences data received from publicly funded research organizations in the country. For this, Indian Biological Data Centre has been established at the Regional Centre for Biotechnology or RCB Faridabad, an autonomous institute under the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. On November 10th, the Union Minister of Science and Technology and Earth Sciences, Dr. Jitendra Singh, dedicated the first national repository to the nation. A data disaster recovery site has also been established at the National Informatics Centre, Bhubaneswar, in collaboration with the Department of Biotechnology. The IBDC dashboard will provide customized data submission, data access, data analysis services, and real-time SARS-CoV-2 variant monitoring across the country.
This is, in fact, a turning point in our research and development program as far as health translational work is concerned. And therefore, we are privileged, all of us, to be dedicating to the nation today the first of its kind India Biological Data Center, or may I say the first of its kind repository of life science data. Unless we have a data bank, we are not in an optimally placed position to move to the next level, to make the future projections, also to go back and learn retrospectively from the past statistics and data. So, in order to actually supplement our work as researchers, we need to have a data bank.
This repository has a high-performance computing facility, BRAHM, with a capacity of around 4 petabytes of data storage, which will also provide computational infrastructure to researchers interested in deep computational analysis. IBDC has introduced nucleotide data submission services through the portal of the Indian Nucleotide Data Museum and the service of providing data through the Indian Nucleotide Data Archive Controlled Access Portal. It currently has over 2 billion life sciences databases collected from 208,055 submissions sent from more than 50 research laboratories across the country. The centre also has an online dashboard for genomic surveillance data generated by the Indian SARS-CoV-2 Genomics Consortium laboratories. Data submission and access portals are being developed for other data types and will be rolled out soon.
This is a momentous occasion and a matter of pride for Department of Biotechnology that we dedicate that Honorable Minister's presence, we dedicate this IBDC Center to the nation. Just few years back, in fact, Honorable Minister had launched this actually along with the DBT officials, and despite the COVID problems and challenges, we were able to set this up completely. And you can see this is one of the best center now in terms of supercomputing HPC facilities or also in its ability to store data actually.
Contact the data center by sending their requests to support@idbc.rcb.res.in. Basically, the objective of IBDC is to share data according to the principles of searchable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable. The IBDC is being developed in a modular format in which different classes will typically deal with specific types of life sciences data. This first data repository of India will take India one step further in the field of biological research and development.
The Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India and the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi, have come together to tackle the severe air pollution in the National Capital Region. They have partnered to implement a pilot project, SAMEER, in the National Capital Region under Delhi Research Implementation and Innovation, or DRIIV. Under this partnership, measures based on science and technology will be taken to combat the air pollution. Here is a Science Monitor report on the project.
Rising air pollution has turned Delhi and its surrounding areas into a gas chamber. Especially during the winter season, toxic fumes consume the city and its suburbs, making the air unbreathable. To tackle severe air pollution and its ill effects, the Office of the Principal Scientific Advisor to the Government of India has launched a pilot project SAMEER, or Solutions for Air Pollution Mitigating via Engagement, Engineering and Research with the Delhi Research Implementation and Innovation. The SAMEER initiative is being implemented to reduce the risks of air pollution in the National Capital Region. Delhi Research Implementation and Innovation have partnered with the Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi for this project that will be implemented from November 2022 to February 2023. This initiative is a first of its kind that brings together local government officials, researchers from IIT Delhi, tech startups, corporates, NGOs, and communities to collectively address the menace of winter air pollution. Under this, a target has been set to launch at least 10 science and technology-based solutions.
Government is actually implementing various policies to address air pollution issues. However, technological intervention is one thing which is not really explored. So through SAMEER, we are planning actually to mobilize new clean air technologies to actually implement various technological interventions to reduce pollutions, both ambient and indoor, and reduce emissions at source. So various technologies are targeting various sources. For example, there are some technologies which are targeting road dust, some technologies are providing solutions to stubble management. There are other technologies where you can use low-cost solutions to reduce pollution level indoor, in semi-enclosed area, in hotspots. So this is an array of technologies that we are planning now for pilot.
The pilot project employs a three-pronged approach that can help clean Delhi's air by creating awareness and community engagement, science and technology interventions, and implementing anti-pollution interventions by organizing roundtables and workshops. As part of the campaign, doctors have started working with students, farmers, RWAs, and communities in resettlement colonies to raise awareness about the adverse health effects of air pollution. As part of the science and technology interventions, around 10 technology startups have already been identified to provide AI and other technology-based innovations for the pilot project. These innovations include various tools and experiments that can monitor and reduce PM 2.5 and PM 10 levels. Based on an earlier study by the Energy and Resources Institute or TERI, a roundtable meeting with industries contributing to air pollution has been identified as a solution, wherein such industries will be encouraged to adopt and support technological solutions to fight environmental problems.
SAMEER is one of them. It cannot be just resolved by SAMEER. It has to be holistic approach from everyone. As I said, three things: policy interventions, technological interventions, and behavioral interventions. So we have also engaged in a massive outreach programs, not through SAMEER. This is a different, which actually includes capacity building at state level, so that the clean air action plan can be better implemented, reaching out to the schools and colleges for promoting clean air practices. So we are doing all these kind of things further to accelerate this whole clean air program.
Air pollution in Delhi NCR is an annual problem that demands a permanent solution. There are various factors behind the rising pollution levels, including ignorance, insensitivity, increasing population, and unregulated industrial and agricultural activities. To fight pollution effectively, there is a need for a unified campaign to be started to solve all these issues simultaneously. The SAMEER project is one such campaign. If this pilot project is successful, then a solution for the capital's pollution woes could be found soon.
Under research funded by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, Indian researchers have discovered drug molecules that can prove effective against coronavirus. These antiviral molecules that have been discovered by a research team from the Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, can help strengthen the country's response against COVID-19 pandemic. Here is a Science Monitor report on this breakthrough.
The coronavirus pandemic changed the life of everyone around the world. It also led scientists and researchers to explore various solutions like developing vaccines at breakneck speed. Indian scientists also rapidly developed a vaccine and made it available to citizens in a record time. Vaccines protect us from the deadly side effects of the virus by developing antibodies in response to the virus. However, due to the tendency of the virus to mutate quickly, vaccines cannot be considered a complete solution. So, researchers are constantly looking for effective drugs against diseases. One of these efforts has led a research team at the Indian Institute of Technology, Roorkee, to find 3 antiviral molecules from drugs already used for other infections. These molecules have been found to be effective against the proteins of the coronavirus and can be used as medicine against COVID-19.
Using in vitro antiviral study, we have found 3 compounds, that is INCB28060, the darglitazone sodium and the columbitin shows the effective inhibitory potential against SARS-CoV-2, out of which darglitazone sodium shows the best effective result, whose EC50 value lies in the range of 5 micromolar. This concludes our overall study, where we are actually found a single molecule that can target multiple proteins of the SARS-CoV-2.
Under a project funded by the Department of Science and Technology, Government of India and the Science and Engineering Research Board (SERB), researchers at IIT Roorkee have identified drug molecules from the protein data bank. The computational experiment identified 3 molecules that were effective on the nucleotide binding pocket of the viral proteins. The researchers conducted biochemical studies on the cells and found that the drug molecules stuck to this particular protein of the virus and inactivated it. According to the researchers, these molecular therapies based on drug repurposing are now ready for a clinical trial.
In this project, we have identified 3 molecules which are targeting not only one virus-specific protein. Instead of that, it is targeting 6 virus protein. So, viruses generally, they enter the host cell. Once they are inside the host cell, they make many of their proteins and they replicate inside the host cell. And then they make thousands of copies of the virus particle, and then those particles exit out of the host cell and they infect nearby cells. So generally, when a drug is to be identified against any against any virus protein, so generally there is one single target for one single drug. In this project, what we have done is, instead of targeting one virus specific protein, we have actually targeted 6 virus specific protein. So there is advantage of targeting 6 virus specific protein instead of one virus specific protein, because there are chances that a virus may mutate and come up with a new variant. So if only one protein is targeted, that protein may mutate and the drug may not be effective. But if single drug is targeting 6, it will be very difficult for the virus to actually mutate all the 6 protein at the same time and come up with a new variant.
The novel thing is that these medicines have already been approved for use and are being used to treat other diseases. So, if the molecules are found to be effective against the coronavirus during clinical trials, then they can be used as a general treatment against the disease. Currently, researchers are also looking for molecules against other proteins of the coronavirus. This latest study by Indian researchers will strengthen the nation's health services against the current and all future epidemics.
And now let's have a quick look at some other developments that have made news in the field of science and technology in our segment Science Express.
The Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, hosted a panel discussion on the topic Technology Needs Assessment for Sustainable Life at the Indian Pavilion during the ongoing COP27 conference in Egypt. Its objective was to identify the technological needs for the convenience of future global citizens. Taking part in the discussion, Secretary, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Ms. Leena Nandan said that what India and the world need today is technology. The issue of climate change is not limited to those who emit it. He said that we have science, but we have to look at how to use science and knowledge in our work. Organized by DST and TIFAC, the panel discussion included participants from academia, industry, and scientists from DST and TIFAC. The panel discussion included participants from academia, industry, and scientists from DST and TIFAC. The objective was to identify the needs which are relevant to the stakeholders. Indian best practices in all fields were also presented to the international community for further discussion. Women-centric challenges have now been launched in the second phase of the second edition of Atal New India Challenge under Atal Innovation Mission. The Atal New India Challenge and the Atal Innovation Mission, the Niti Aayog initiatives, aim to explore technology-based innovations, solving regional challenges of national importance and social relevance through a grant-based arrangement of up to ₹1 crore. A woman plays the role of an architect for the society, and keeping in mind women-centric challenges, Atal New India Challenge will try to address the major issues faced by women in all walks of life. These include promoting women's hygiene through innovation, innovations to improve women's safety, professional networking opportunities for women, innovations that improve the lives of working mothers, making the lives of rural women easier, etc. Defense Research and Development Organization (DRDO) has developed new state-of-the-art test and evaluation facility for sonar systems. The facility, named Hull Module of Submersible Platform for Acoustic Characterization and Evaluation, or SPACE, launched at DRDO's Naval Physical and Oceanographic Laboratory, Kochi. The sonar systems developed for naval use on various platforms including ships, submarines and helicopters will play its role in testing and evaluation. The evaluation of sonar systems enables rapid deployment and easy recovery of sensors and transducers. The Naval Physical and Oceanographic Laboratory is known for its work in the development of sonar and allied technologies. In the latest statement of DRDO issued in this regard, SPACE has been described as a unique facility of its kind in the world. It is a specially designed submersible platform which can be lowered to a depth of 100 meters using the existing series of winches.
That is all in today's edition of Science Monitor. Keep sending your feedback and suggestions through email. Our email ID is indiascience@vigyanprasar.gov.in. You can also write into us at Vigyan Prasar, A50, Sector 62, Noida 201309, Uttar Pradesh. So we'll take your leave now. See you again next week. Till then, stay safe and think scientifically. Bye for now.